Prince Aniewu. I hail from the Volta region, but then I grew up at PV. My daddy comes from Likukuprantume. My mom's from Gufipetoji. I grew up in PV, as I said earlier on, and I come from a family of three. My two siblings and I myself with mom. We are all dependent on mom. I started in PV, in school as a normal boy in school. I continued to the senior high, and until then when I met friends who started this ganja thing, this marijuana smoking thing, and all of a sudden it aggravated to harder drugs like cocaine and heroin with some pills. For the marijuana, I started way back in senior high school, Bishop Herman College. I met this senior man who, I always say I got into drugs from his information. I was someone who loved academic excellence, so my senior man, deceived me that there is this stuff that could enhance my academic performance. So at the initial point, I started taking it through foods and drinks and stuff. And before I could say Jack, I realized I was kind of getting addicted. Then it continued. Until then I got to know the heroin and then the cocaine. Then everything escalated. I became very addicted, as you guys saw in the first video. I became very hooked. The stuff became as air I breathe. My soul, my body, my mind was just hooked to the stuff. And I tried breaking free. I failed. I tried with my own strength. I failed. I tried seeking help at the health center. I failed. And I was like, I got to a point I totally lost hope. And I was like, man, I just want to get extincted from earth. And lo and behold, I met my videographer, Brother Kelvin, about barely a week now, who took the video of me and posted it. And I was just surprised it went very viral. And here I am. God has really begun something good in my life. Here I am now in a rehabilitation center. First video that went viral, I woke up that fateful day, that blessed day, because I called the day blessed because it was the day I began meeting my destiny helpers. So I call it blessed. I woke up in the morning and, we have this baron. I work scrap for this recycling thing, aluminium, copper, brass, that stuffs. So, we were just sort of enslaved to him, and you wake up in the morning, he gives you these drugs, and after consuming, you have to go get stuffs like iron, aluminium, copper, and what have you. And you must get these stuffs to come to give to him as a means of paying him for the drugs he gave you in the morning before you can get supplement one, as in to supplement the one you took. And so I came to Labo Labo. We were based at Anum, so I came to Labo Labo that day. I was roaming. There are times you even have to go to refuse dams and stuff to look for stuff. You know what I'm talking about. People who really know what I'm talking about. So to be frank, I was indeed going to the school baller when I met this gentleman. I saw this guy who today has led me to my helpers. He's called Kelvin. He's a class 2 teacher. So I saw him and one guy, Solomon, with one other teacher. So I approached them. And I've come to realize one thing in the Ghanaian society, how soaring the menace is in the Ghanaian society, how youth are still springing up into the same game, towing the same game of foolishness, and ending up becoming enslaved to people who are not deserving, people who are not worth it, and becoming liabilities to their parents, their families, people who love them, people who they love in the nation at large. So I approached them and I said, I have something of heart to tell them. And they said, what was that? And I was like, aside from social studies, they teach you about drug abuse, do not smoke and stuff, there is the need for sensitization on the dangers of these said drugs, as in from alcohol to the pills like diazepam, to the ganja, to the hallucinogens, the banalin, the codeine, the rock, the heroin, and what have you. The people, as in social workers, must come from time to time to the schools to talk to them, as in a doctor, a policeman, a waterman, a former addict, a psychiatrist must come to, talk to them. You see, there it will be a day, it will be a memorable day in your life. As in, you should always recall that day. So should you, be tempted to indulge in certain things, you can just recall that day. You see, aside from all the theories in the books and all those things, there should be this practical thing. The government must put it into the curriculum. From time to time, people must go around, talk to the youth, even in the streets, not only in the school, in the streets. Okay, the video, I did not take the video. The guy I was talking to, the teacher, he took the video, who is Kelvin. He took the video with one guy, Solomon. You see, so after the video, to be frank, I don't even know he took the video, because I was holding my sack. The sack in which you have to gather these scraps in it. I was holding my sack. And to be frank, I was very dirty. Those of you who knows what drug addiction means, when I say dirty, they wouldn't see it as anything bad. I was looking very untidy. So I was shocked he took the video. So I went home, and the next day, people just see me and saying, hey, this is a guy going viral, this guy going viral about the drug addiction case. And all of a sudden, they brought one vehicle to pick me up, saying that I am getting some helps online, on social media and stuff. I was like, God. So, God, man, you have been listening to me. You have been there, oh, what? Oh, God. So, I went, and all of a sudden, the thing just blew. And Nanati, as I said earlier on, although there were a whole lot of helpers who came, but the main people now in my life trying to change everything is Nanati and Pastor Elvis of Alpha Hour, who are making sure that my life has been turned around for good, and to the benefit of my family, myself, and the whole nation at large. That is how the video went viral. So to be frank, I never knew, I didn't propose the video thing. Sir Kelvin took the video and posted it on social media. Then it went viral, then it blew. And here am I now. And all I can say is that in the midst of all this, everything went for my good. As in, God made me believe that even in the midst of my dismay, He was still there. Because it came to a point in time I was just blaming God. I was just like, God, but why? I wanted to be a legal practitioner. I did not want to be in jail. And here I am playing cells, playing crime, just wasting time. And shame, disgrace, I was just tired. My hope and expectation is to, first of all, go drug-free. As in, wake up in the morning without heroin, without cocaine, without pills, and I will be normal like any normal human being. Go about my normal chores, get back into the world as a normal human being with my families and my children and what have you. And after that now, I've come to understand one thing in life, that people in jail, people behind bars, serving sentences, most of them are in there just because of drug abuse and addiction, it's peddling and stuff. Perhaps they may not have the chance like I did. If the chance be the street boys in the ghetto still into these drugs, if the chance be a rehab like Chosen, if the chance be, I can just form myself my own and be a father to them, the ostracized, the rejected, the drug addicts, the alcohol addicts, boys into different kind of substances like snuff, ganja, codeine, benylin, tramadol, and what have you. People who are willing to keep clean, Yes, in the midst of my dismay, while I was still in Vegas, in Tudu, and in Kaswa, Berry Camp, I hear of Chosen Rehab, and I was like, and I heard about the financial cost that is, should you come here. And mom can afford that. Mom is single parent, I lost my dad some years back. And the family, nobody's want to see me. My uncles don't want to see me. I became a criminal, I became a drug addict. I am just ostracized. Nobody want to talk to me. So I was just stuck in the pain with mom. We were wallowing in the pain until God just made a way. So I heard of Rehabilitation Center and I had intentions of coming. But how will I come? That was the problem. Yes, there is a message for them, and these messages are, I myself, I lost hope some time ago. I was of suicidal thoughts, and to be frank, if there were a room that I could just enter, open a door, and just enter. And I am gone from earth. I would have done it some time ago, a very long time ago. But all this while, suicide is not the answer. There is still hope. Addiction is still overcomable. Today is my first day in the Chosen Rehab, but here am I among brothers who had gone through the rehabilitation program, and look how fine and good they are. There are people on the other side. People have made it. People have just sort of graduated from the ghetto into success. Yes. So I am telling you, brothers in the ghetto, I'm talking to you guys in the Volta, in Paco, in Ho, boys in Kwando, boys in the Tudu, boys in the Vegas, American House, Liberia, Camden, where have you, anywhere you find yourself. Man, change is possible. And I believe there are people out there still to help. So just make yourself available or inculcate into yourself that attitude of willingness to come clean. And I believe God will just pick it up from there. I'm now a family of Chosen Rehab. So as a chosen, Matthew 22:14 goes that many are called, but few are chosen. And so I am chosen to be a disciple. And so you are too. You who is currently in the condition. So just think twice. Thank you.